Dear students, in this session, factors affecting health are discussed. Various factors which affects our health, that is discussed in this session. So, we already discussed about different dimensions of health. In that, physical health is one important dimension. So, physical health means the body should be free from diseases and abnormalities. Physically healthy, that implies that a state of physically healthy, that implies that our human body is free from diseases and abnormalities. But there are so many different environmental forces that can attack our body and can cause diseases. So physical health, that should be maintained by every person. It is a state that which is not stable. It can change because there are several infections coming our way. There are several microorganisms, bacteria, pathogens, different types of pathogens which we are encountering with on each day. So we need to maintain our physical health. If for today, if we are physically healthy, tomorrow we cannot say it will be, or tomorrow or day after tomorrow or in the coming days we cannot say it will be like that. We need to maintain it. So we need to take several precautionary measures to keep our physical health. So that is about maintaining physical health. That is one important factor to be healthy, maintaining the physical health. So if at all we contract a disease, we need to take treatment for that disease and bring our physical condition to normal. Then there are other concerns regarding physical health, like injury, damages caused to the body through accidents. So these are all concerns regarding physical health. So various factors are there which are affecting our physical health. They are food and nutrition, dietary supplements, exercise, sleep and rest, pathogens, pollution, stress. These are a few factors which affect our physical health. There are also other things like heart diseases, obesity, diabetes, heartache, headaches, depression and anxiety, gastrointestinal problems which affect our physical health. And these can be formed, these different factors which affect our physical health can be formed due to stress also. There are other causes as well as stress is also a cause for these different factors, that is heart diseases, obesity, diabetes, headaches, depression and anxiety, gastrointestinal problems. All these can affect our physical health, which is brought about by stress. Stress is not only the cause, not the only cause of these problems, but stress can also be a cause to these several factors, that is heart diseases, obesity, diabetes, headaches, depression and anxiety, gastrointestinal problems. So about food and nutrition, food. which is in turn determining our nutrition. That is very important for our body. That is the primary requirement of our body, nutrition. And nutrition consists of the diet that we take or the food that we intake. So good health means all our body parts should work well and together, isn't it? That is good health. And for this, body requires energy from proper nutrition. We require energy. For that only we are taking food. Or we can say the diet. Through diet we are taking different types of food. And this is nutrition. That is deriving energy from different sources. That is known as nutrition. So our body requires the important components of food such as carbohydrates, proteins and fats in a proportion 4:1:1. That is required by the body. So carbohydrates, proteins and fats should be in a proportion approximately 4:1:1. Also we require adequate amount of water, minerals, vitamins. That is also very important. So for our body to remain healthy, we require some food components like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, water, minerals, vitamins, as well as roughage also. Roughage also we require in our diet. So in our diet we should include all these components, all these food components. So the major food components are carbohydrates, proteins and fats, which we require in large amounts. And in small amounts we require minerals and vitamins. And also we require large amount of water. Because a major percentage of our body is water. For all the metabolic reactions, water is required. So water is also an important component of food. So we require a mixed diet of these different components, because one food substance cannot provide, just one food substance cannot provide all these components, because all vitamins are not present in a single food substance, or all minerals may not be present in a single food substance. There are so many different vitamins: vitamin A, D, E, K, vitamin B complex, vitamin C. B complex include B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, etc. So there are different types of vitamins which are required by the body. Also there are several minerals required by the body, like potassium, calcium, magnesium, manganese, etc. So we need to take a mixed diet, and this mixed diet should be a balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? It is a diet which provides materials for all the metabolic requirements of our body. That is known as balanced diet. A diet which provides materials for all the metabolic requirements of our body. That is, all the food components in appropriate composition. That is known as a balanced diet. And this balanced diet will also always be a mixed diet. Then there are certain conditions associated with food and nutrition. Certain abnormal conditions related with food and nutrition. That is obesity and malnutrition. Obesity results when one person eats more than what is required by the body. So that will result in obesity. And obesity is a abnormal condition. Not abnormal, it is not, we cannot say the person is in a healthy condition. and the person is obese. There are several diseases resulting from obesity, like diabetes, heart diseases, blood pressure variations. So there are several, then hormonal imbalances. So there are several diseases which are several problems which are resulting from obesity. Then another one is malnutrition, that is when one person eats much less than which is required by the body, then that will result in malnutrition. That will affect several parameters of the body: brain development, the thinking and the cognitive capacity of the person to behave normally, that is also affected. The intellectual capacity is affected. The growth of the person is affected. If the malnutrition happens at a very small age, then the brain development is affected. The overall growth of the person is affected. So malnutrition, that is affecting different parameters of the body. So both obesity and malnutrition are improper conditions resulting from the abnormal eating behavior. Then there is another term, body mass index, related to food and nutrition. Body mass index, it is a useful measure to understand the extent to which undernutrition or overnutrition has occurred in the body. That is body mass index. We can calculate body mass index by ourselves and can see whether we are in the undernutrition or overnutrition stage, or whether we are in the normal nutrition. We are following the normal nutrition. So body mass index, it is calculated as weight taken in kilograms divided by the square of height taken in meters. Okay, that is body mass index. That is the weight, your weight in kilograms. You should take the weight in kg, kilograms, and that should be divided by your height, square of the height, square of your height taken in meters. That gives body mass index, and this will help us to classify individuals into healthy, underweight, overweight, or obese. So these are the various conditions: overnutrition and undernutrition or malnutrition, which is resulting from the abnormal eating behavior. You can see the pictures shown in the upper part of the slide, that is overnutrition, that which result in obesity, and the lower part of the slide, malnutrition or undernutrition, which has resulted from poverty or lack of food resources, etc. Next is about dietary supplements. What are dietary supplements? These are food supplements or nutritional supplements are categorized as dietary supplements. This is a preparation. It can be in the form of tablet or a pill, etc., or as yes, it can be in different formulations. And this is a preparation which is intended to provide nutrient which is missing in our diet, or the nutrient which is not taken by the person in sufficient quantities. Such preparation is known as dietary supplement. And this we can only give a preparation, we can label it as dietary supplement only when it is positive to our health. When it is having a positive effect on our health, then only we can categorize a particular formulation as dietary supplement. Next is about exercise. Exercise is a very important factor which is affecting our physical health as well as our overall health. So exercising physical, mental, emotional and spiritual abilities, all these are important to maintain our health, overall health of our body. When we exercise our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual abilities, then we will be able to improve them also. We will be improving our capabilities at physical level, mental level, emotional level, spiritual level. We will be improving ourselves. For that we need to exercise. Exercise at physical, mental, emotional and our spiritual level we need to exercise. Physical exercise, it may be a walk, a 30 minutes or a 1 hour walk, or it can be jogging or a aerobic dance, or it can be some other any forms of dance, or so like Zumba dance or some other dances, Bharatanatyam, or things which provide physical activity to the body. All these can be considered as physical exercise. Also we need to practice our mental, emotional and spiritual abilities to gain health in that dimensions. Then we will be able to maintain as well as improve our health in different dimensions which we have discussed earlier, the 6 dimensions of health that we had discussed earlier. And fitness in one area, that will affect fitness in another area. All the 6 dimensions of the health, that is correlated, isn't it? So we need to practice or exercise our abilities in all these levels, like physical, mental, intellectual, emotional, social and spiritual. All these 6 dimensions are interconnected. So we need to exercise them, exercise our abilities in each of these dimensions. Also, if the physical exercise in combination with diet control can help weight loss in obese persons. In obese persons there will be several problems. Other than the weight gain, there will be several problems like hormonal imbalance, heart diseases or diabetes. So all these can be modulated or reduced or controlled with the help of physical exercise. Also several depressions are mostly related to hormonal imbalance, hormonal changes in the body. So when physically exercising, we will be able to normalize our hormonal level of the body, and that will in turn decrease the depression or things like that. Also this exercising, physical exercise, that will help to release certain endorphins, certain hormones, certain happy hormones are released inside our body while exercising. Means all our joints and every parts, it is becoming active, and there is more blood circulation to all the parts of the body, so all organs will start functioning properly, because the blood is pumped to all parts of the body, because the body is becoming active, and that will help in releasing certain happy hormones, and that will modify the overall state of our body thinking. So there will be a general happiness in the body. It will be good if you practice some form of physical exercise at least 5 days per week. Next is about sleep and rest. That is also very, very important to maintain the health of our body. Sleep and rest. So lack of adequate sleep, that is a very important problem that can result in the that will disturb the mental capabilities of our body as well as intellectual capabilities of our body. Lack of adequate sleep, we won't be able to think properly. So the brain and body require regular sleep to recover from the daily stress. So we need to give that time to our brain and body. And the sleep deprivation that will leave the person very tired, the person will be functioning poorly, and the person will become susceptible to diseases, because the body cannot recover from one day stress. Next day also there is stress, then also we are not giving time to recover from the stress, and that goes on, and that will make the person prone to several diseases. Next is about pathogens. That is one factor which is affecting our health. So many of it, we can take prevention against several pathogens, but against certain pathogens we cannot take any prevention. Vaccination is one method of preventing infections from several pathogens, isn't it? So many vaccinations we are taking during childhood, and that is providing us immunity towards those pathogens. But there are several pathogens to which we cannot take any vaccination. Vaccination have not been developed to several pathogens. To them we need to, towards these pathogens we need to take some precautionary measures. We need to prevent us from contacting such pathogens. So there are several pathogens which cause disease, like virus, bacteria, rickettsiae, fungi, protozoan, helminthus, arthropoda. Several organisms are causing diseases in our body, and that impairs our health, and sometimes it will be fatal also. And most of the diseases, if we are not taking treatment, it will become fatal. Some of the disease, if we are not taking treatment also, our body will recover by itself. It is according to the immune system of our body. Towards certain microorganisms, our body can fight and defeat all the microbes. Certain microbes, all microbes which are present in our body, the body will clear it off. But certain species of microbes cannot be controlled by our immune system. Our immune system won't be able to destroy them. At that time, we need to take treatment with the help of antibiotics or antiviral agents, etc. And there are certain pathogens to which we haven't developed any drugs yet, like AIDS virus. Towards AIDS virus, that is HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, we haven't developed any drug against it. If we contact that virus, that infection, means if that virus happen to enter into our body, means our body cannot control it. Our immune system is not capable of destroying that virus. Not only that, we haven't developed any drug against it. And this virus, its primary target is our immune cells. It is growing inside our immune cells. Its host is our immune cell only. It will, when it gain entry into our body, it will start dividing inside our immune cells. One of our immune cells, that is T cells. It will divide inside our T cells. Our immune system is destroyed completely then. So how our body will control the spread of this or the multiplication of this virus, because it is dividing in our immune cells itself. Immune cells. So pathogens are really an important factor which control our health, and prevention is always important. Once contracted, we need to take treatment, and for certain diseases, towards certain pathogens, there are also no treatment available or no drug available. So it is always better to prevent from contracting several diseases. Next is about pollution. Pollution is another important factor which is affecting our health. There are different types of pollution like water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, radioactive pollution. Then another major pollutant is industrial waste such as soot, dust, and these industrial waste cause respiratory problems as well as cancer. Then the loud noise from the industries and vehicles, that is noise pollution, that will cause auditory fatigue, that will impair our hearing ability, and it may sometimes cause deafness. And radioactive pollution, that can result in genetic defects in the body. Also it can cause cancer. So this pollution, that is also one important factor affecting our health. To control this, all of us should be aware about the pollution. It is not enough for one person to be aware, we cannot take prevention against the pollution by ourselves. It should be done as a society, means controlling this pollution. Each and every person in the society should be aware about pollution and should stop the various factors which lead to pollution of our environment. Then only we will be able to prevent ourselves against pollution. We cannot act singly here. Our community or a society as a whole should stand against pollution, because this pollution is causing immense effects, negative effects in the body. Several different types of cancers, several other problems like respiratory disorders or skin problems, skin irritations, hearing problems, problems in the eye. So our society should act together, or the community, each and every person in the community should act together to control pollution. Only then we will be successful in this field, that is in controlling pollution. We cannot act singly here, because we cannot stand alone to control water pollution. It is coming from various sources. We cannot stand alone and control ourselves or prevent ourselves from air pollution, because it is coming from various sources. Understood? So community, as each and every person in the community should stand together to control pollution, different types of pollution. Next is stress. Stress can cause physical, emotional and psychological strain. And stress and health, it is closely linked. And immediate disorder or immediate symptom of stress in our body is dizziness, anxiety, tension, sleeplessness, nervousness, muscle cramps, etc. And in the long run, stress can result in several immune disorders, cardiovascular disorders, nervous disorders like heart diseases, obesity, diabetes, headaches, depression and anxiety, gastrointestinal problems, accelerated aging. A person under stress, severe stress or a long-term stress can age very fast. So stress is another factor which is controlling the health of our body. So that's all about the factors affecting health. These are only a few factors which affect health. There are several others also. Here we discuss only a few factors. So for further information, I'll be attaching other reading materials and videos related to factors affecting health. Thank you.